sometimes I amaze myself. I'm often criticised by people for saying my videos are a bit amateurish and shaky, so I think that tells a different story. Okay, as promised, we're going to release UPCFS 1.0, part of the UPURS transfer system. The original system allows you to transfer disk images to and from a PC and a Beeb, store them on disk and play them. We've now added a new feature which is UPCFS, and that allows you to take UEF images stored on the PC from the internet and play them directly from the PC on the Beeb with no intermediate storage needed whatsoever. So you don't need disk drives or any solid state storage at all. Your PC is the storage and you play them straight through the cable and away you go. The system's all based around this one cable really, which goes from the user port to a serial port connector. It's not an active cable, just got some resistors and diodes in. For the PC you do need a serial port, RS232, and the best way of achieving that is through a USB to serial adapter. This is an active cable with the necessary electronics in there. For the UPURS system you could use one of the older legacy ports, but for UPCFS you have to have a USB type serial port because the original ones are just not up to the job, to be honest. So we'll take the cable and adapter, and if you just talk amongst yourselves a moment, I'll just fit these in the Beeb. The cable just pops in the user port underneath, and catch that out the back. USB connector into the PC and hook the two together. Okay, the only other part of the system is the software, and with UPURS you could run it from disk or ROM. With UPCFS it has to be run from ROM or sideways RAM because we need to keep as much of the Beeb's memory clear as we can so that tape programs work as they used to do with virtually the full 32K available. This is a standard Model B issue 7. It has got a disk interface that we're not actually going to use just at the moment, so it's all really centred around just the fact we've got this one ROM plugged in. So bob that back together, chuck the lid on, and on the PC side then we'll flash up a serial terminal program. We recommend Hercules. You can use anything you like, doesn't matter, as long as it's a program that's capable of sending files, binary files over serial port, and it's got hardware handshaking, RTS, CTS handshaking. Because there's no special software, it doesn't have to be a PC, it could be a Mac, it could be a Linux machine, and I've in fact transferred from PDA devices and even mobile phone using Bluetooth. But we're not going to do all that tonight, we're just going to look at the basic system. So if we turn the Beeb on, and there we go, and it's just announcing itself as a standard Beeb with a 1770 DFS and basic. If we do a start help, you can see we've got the UPURS version 5 ROM, which is all the 4.1 utilities now, plus UPCFS 1.0. So if we do a star help UPURS, what a great name. And the only difference is we've got all the original utilities, and down the bottom we've now got UPCFS. So if I type star UPCFS, that will invoke the utility, and effectively it's like typing star tape or star disk or any other filing system. Although it's not implemented as a standard filing system, it has the same effect. It's now taken over and it's become an emulation of the tape system, except this is capable of reading UEF files and doing so at quite high speed. Okay, back to the PC, we'll get cracking then. So I'll select send file, so down there, I know you can't read it very well, but trust me. Send file, we'll pick a nice easy one to start, just something straightforward. Okay, Rocket Raid, Acorn Soft, open. That's requested that the PC send the file over. It's not actually started sending yet because it's waiting for the BEEB, the tape system, to request the data. And this is when I mentioned earlier about you have to have hardware handshaking in the cable. That's the equivalent in UPCFS of motor control in star tape. So the tape image will be stopped and started as if it was a real cassette in a real cassette deck with a motor. It'll be stopped and started by UPCFS using handshaking, which is why it's important. So if I just type chain, in the usual way, ch dot quote, and press return, and here we go, up with Rocket Raid, press on the right keyboard, press space, and there you go, we're up and running. So I'm not going to bore you by playing the games. I'll just hit break and start UPCFS again. There we go, initialize again. We'll try just one more. So I don't want to now endlessly work through games because we're more interested in just seeing what the thing can do, and you want to get on with playing with it. So another one, Galaxy Raiders. This is the one that Michael Brown mentioned the other day, and I posted to say I'd tried it on here. So Galaxy Raiders, open. There it is again, sat there waiting to go. So chain again, ch dot quote. Now this is quite a long one, 40 or hex 4 something blocks. So this would take quite a few minutes to load. So if we said 3 or 4 minutes, and then we have a look on here, we'll hit enter. You can see the thing flashing away there, and we're off. What is your right? I've not actually seen this game before, and I struggled to find out what I'm supposed to do. But anyway, there you go. It's up and running. So one last thing I just wanted to cover. UPCFS, we've said about 86 or whatever % compatible. There are still some games and etc. that won't actually work. They don't seem to be compatible. But if you're using the UPURS system and you've got a disk drive, then the one thing you can do is use the UPURS side of things just to plug the gap. So if, for example, we had some game that we wanted to play, doesn't work over UPCFS, if you've got a disk drive handy, I'll just whack a disk in there, and because on the B we've got the UPURS system fitted as well at the same time. If I do star, so I've got a game that I can't play over UPCFS, I want to play it, so if I go star UPSSD0, enter, that's asking me to send this. So again, same thing on Hercules, send file, and I've already picked one, 3D Grand Prix. That doesn't work over UPCFS, one of the few that doesn't. So if we send that file over, it's receiving it, it's written it to disk, and when the thing's finished, hit space, and that's job done. And if I do a shift break, and there we go. So as I say, that's just a way of showing that if you like UPCFS, want to use it, there's a game that doesn't work you particularly want to play, then you can just use the original part of the system and just make a quick disk. Oh, again, it takes a few seconds, and you're away. This is a noisy game, isn't it? And there you go. Okay, so I'll get on and get this uploaded, and should get UPCFS out this evening. Thank you for listening.